Team, Hoff Stream. Hoff Stream's getting loose. It's midnight somewhere. Captain said, hit the button, hit the button. Got a lot of energy. No reason to wait till Central Daylight Time, midnight. On the hour, sometime. He said, you got do shorty, get loose, be spontaneous. I'm in a broadcasting, Hoff streaming mood. Hoff stream. Man. Building this YouTube channel. I'm kind of glad my first one got hacked. I'm coming back strong. You know, I apprenticed. I truly spent 500 hours on that first channel. Who knows, who cares what happened? It was sloppily constructed. So many mistakes during that 500 hours. That's kind of a magic number to me. You don't have to keep track of your hours. It's kind of tedious, but, you know, do the math. Man, say you're really passionate about something, you're going to want to spend 8 or 10 hours a day. So let's say 8, because you want to have a life, right? I don't have family or anything, but hey, let's say 8 hours on your passion project. Do 8 hours. And, you know, do it Monday through Friday. Do 5 days. Stay balanced. I'm a little unbalanced on this Hoff crazy. That name just came to me. I didn't even brain Heartstorm. That's my word, Heartstorm. I didn't even Heartstorm that hard. I just, all this heart stuff, even this, just came to me. I was about to steal Hoff's logo. I was about to steal "Don't Hassle the Hoff." I was like, it didn't feel right. That's Hoff's slogan. This is mine. Hoff's in my heart. I spent all that time with him. That's the word. That's the word you use for Hoff. Heart. That's my acronym too. Heart. Optimism. Family. Fun. That captures 90% of Hoff probably. God dang, Heart's like 85. Heart's like, Hoff's all about heart. God, I'm seeing that now. See, I didn't know him enough. I didn't know him on a personal level, but I watched him. God, I watched him, and now I'm reviewing all this stuff, all these clips, interviews. He's just a shiner. Hoff's a shiner. God, he doesn't do stuff casually. He got to make sure it's got heart, man. It's very impressive. I mean, he's iconic. He's absolutely iconic because he comes from a very authentic place. See, I've gotten so real. I can sniff out the phonies. I can sniff out the Hollywoods that are there for the money or the attention. And I'm not saying Hoff ain't gratified by the money and attention. Those are good perks, you know, but that's not. I can feel his heart screaming, I gotta perform, I gotta be in front of live audiences. He loves stage. I mean, I'll be honest, you know, television is not nearly as gratifying because there's no audience. It's a very technically demanding craft. It still has a performance aspect, and it still has you deep focusing on your partner's eyes. And they say, you know, good acting is reacting, and Hoff does that. You know, good actors like Duvall, they do their lines, and who's the guy that said he did them 200 or 300 times? That's Anthony Hopkins. His body knows his lines, so his mind's not even operating when he does that scene and the camera's rolling for the 201st time. The words don't matter. All he's doing intensely focused on reacting to his scene partner. Man, that's why so heart chilling to watch an actor like Hoff. I approach the same way. I mean, he's funny. God, he did that soap for so long as Dr. Trapper Foster. God, I got to find some clips from there and see what he was like. I watch his maturity come out. But he used to talk about what a grind that was. He talked about learning 25, 30 days, 30 pages worth of dialogue. So come on Baywatch, you know, he'd had 2, 3 pages or so. He'd be looking at them. He'd be on the phone, wheeling and dealing with his manager. And when those smartphones, they weren't smartphones. They were just the simple mobile phones. The Europeans call them mobiles. We call them cell phones. Terminology a little bit different, but it's all the same thing. We all started with I never had one. I don't need to be that in touch with the world. I find, in fact, Edison, he didn't see the potential of the telephone. It's Edison, right? He invented the phone. He didn't see the potential. He said, well, it's a guy. Who wants this little box in their house that's making all this noise all the time? It's like strangers walking into your home, they don't need permission. We need some kind of doorbell. I don't know. But anyway, obviously telephone is one of the most miraculous, almost astounding productivity tools of the 20th century. When did that get invented? Early 1900s or something? I mean, good Lord. Same with the World Wide Web. No, a few visionaries knew what it was going to become. Because, we didn't have the web. We had, the thing that was kind of miraculous in the day was the fax. I was like, when the fax, somebody explained faxing to me. I thought that was pretty intense. Oh, you mean it scans it, and then with that telephone line, it sends all these little ones and zeros, and it turns it into an image at the other side. I thought that was pretty amazing. So, the early adopters, they quickly saw the potential for fax. So, yeah. I don't know. Where's it midnight? Somebody look at the time zone. We started a little late, 2:02 Central Daylight Time. That means 10 hours ahead of me. That means we got to go east. So, like New York is 3 o'clock right now. And what's east of New York? I don't even know my time zones. Doesn't matter, but it's fun. It's fun to know about the world. God, we've become connected. The world's connected. God, you can talk to anybody. You do Facebook. You guys did the video chats. See, I got my account back. Okay, there's big developments here. Not back, but I just gave up. Captain said, man, just start over. Fresh start, just like your Hoff Crazy, just like your channel. It's great to start over. So, start friending me. David Hasselhoff Support Group. That's my core group. You know mistake I made? I was a little too promotional. It's like, oh God, there's an overwhelming number of Knight Rider channels and Hoff fan pages, and I just, with the wrong attitude, I started joining all these rooms just so I could throw my stuff up there and promote myself. It's not the way to go. I've formed relationships in the David Hasselhoff Support Group. In fact, I'm going about this all different. I don't need to be promotional. I know I have good stuff up there. You guys will find it. I love my friends in David Hasselhoff Support Group. And I'm wary of saying names, but God, we know who we are. That's our tight little unit there, and that's my home. I don't even know if I'll set up a Hoffcast room. I'll probably just stick it up here on Hoff streams on Hoff Crazy. I don't think I need a room. Okay, I said I'm going to Atlanta. I'm leaving Tuesday. I got a big old plan. Now, this was hard talking because like I said, my paycheck won't hit till like midnight on Tuesday. But I got to get out of here on Tuesday. I got to get out to Atlanta because we're going to be in Atlanta, and then I got to get to Atlanta's 12 hours from here, from Kansas City. I got my route all mapped out, and Skippy's ready. All I have to do tomorrow on Labor Day is spend the day by myself learning how to use Guppy the GoPro, and my microphone and everything. Am I prepared or what? Look at this. Look at these bad boys. So I have Guppy. Guppy will be in my head, and then I'll have Hoff over here saying, Hoff, look at this. Look at these microphone flags. Are we fans? Are we super fans or what? Look at this, Hoff. We're your number one team, Hoff. He'll love us. God. He already gave us a shout out, didn't he? I'll be interviewing. You want? I say, Hoff, you want blue or red? Blue or red? Those are called windscreens. I still got to figure. You got to put batteries in there, and then they talk. The receiver sits on top of Guppy. I don't have a name for receiver. He's Mr. Reception. I don't know. These are Mr. Microphone, obviously. This is Mr. and Mrs. Microphone. I'm a huge believer in marriage. Get married. Get married. I'm not a good example. I haven't had wonderfully successful relationships with marriages, but God, nothing matures you more. You know, and guys, you guys wait till you're 30, okay? Most of you guys aren't ready till you're 30, and but don't string a girl along for years and years and years. You know, when you're smitten, you're smitten. Give it a year. Give it a year. You don't have to be 30, but you know, at least be past 25. My parents waited, and back in that day, they got married in 51. My dad's born in 27, so he was 24. He got a college degree, and he never made a big deal of it. That's kind of unusual for a man. Not really, but he was, you know, he's a blue collar guy, and I mean, he liked hands-on. He could have been. He's very smart, but he didn't enjoy that kind of administrative work or any of the management. You know, I don't either. I hate managing people. So, and my mom, she wanted to have a family. That's what her heart was screaming for. See, she grew up as an only child, and she kind of felt lonely. That was a little unusual back then. She's born in 31, right in the beginning of the Depression, but her dad was very securely employed down at the bank. He had his law license and just getting his career started in the trust department. I don't know, he was 1930. I think he spent 35 years at Commerce Trust. And man, that thing is a vaunted. You said Commerce Bank with like in a hushed tone in our family. Commerce Bank, you know, that meant so much to us, and it was so respected. The banking story in Kansas City is interesting. There was like Kipper Senior, just all kinds of stuff, and he started the banking thing, you know, early part of the 1900s, and then he had some boys. I got to flesh the story out better, but there's like two sons that were incredibly competitive, and they branched off, and one started one big old banking firm, the other one started another big old banking firm, and like 100 years later, they're still going. The vestiges of those two big things are still going head to head, competing fiercely. I find one of them's David Kemper, and I find out it's a wonderful, interesting story, and they're just iconic. You know, every city has an iconic city. We had the Kaufmans. He started Marion Labs, made his fortune in the pharmaceutical industry. That got sold off long ago to one of the big shots. But he, you know, Ewing Kaufman and Marion Kaufman, they were Kansas City institution, and he owned the Royals, and then they built this very cool performance center with Kaufman money. I've never even been in there. It's a very cool thing. I'll talk about that more, but I gotta save the voice. Where do we go? It's hot. God, it's humid. I don't have a name for AC over there. I got a little window unit because there's no central air or central heat in this house. Everything comes out of this little window unit. It's a nice one. It's like a Carrier, and it does both the heating and the cooling. And my main room is just this living room. It's probably big room. It's probably 200 square feet. Who knows what it was back when this was a single family house, but a little bedroom, little tiny bedroom. I don't do anything there but sleep. I hang out here. This is my workstation. You don't need a lot of space. I don't have to cut the grass. There's so many advantages to not owning. It's not that for me, renting was a fine option. It frees up my time for so many other things. But who knows? Maybe I'll get that house next door. They don't have to cut the grass. Then I get a dog. We're not allowed to have pets here. God, I want 2 dogs. Always have 2 dogs. I want to. I always had two Goldens, And then I went to labs because they're a little easier to find as rescues. I love doing the rescues. And you get one, you start out, look on Craigslist or go down to the shelter and get one, and, get him settled in, and then he needs some companion, and, a little bit later go out scouting for another rescue, same breed or something. I love labs and golden retrievers and the doodles, man, the doodles, the genetic diversity that the whole doodle thing offers is so much healthier. Purebreds just have a lot of genetic problems because they've been overbred, and I mean, it really doesn't matter. Mutts are fine; they're all good. It's just the Bernedoodles and the golden doodles, and there's a sheepdog doodles, and there's every doodle under the sun. The poodle has some really standard poodle, good genetics, and they do all sizes. They do the minis and the miniatures and the standards, and the poodles just seem to have some really strong genetics that the Bernese Mountain Dog, man, they're cool, but they have such genetic problems because of the overbreeding, and they crossed that poodle with the Bernese and got the Bernedoodle, and it's a very, very healthy breed. They're big. I mean, the big dogs don't last as long. You're good to get 12, 14 years out of the big guys. Same with the labs and the goldens. They're all, the boys are 70, 80, the girls are 65, 75. I love the big guys. God, their temperaments are good. Do a rescue. Even if you find a traumatized dog, they heal up so quick when they got a loving mommy and daddy. God, they heal up quick. Watch the dodo. That channel's just so heartwarming. Watch the good stuff. Stop watching the news. Why are you watching the news? Well, I got to know what's going on. No, you don't. Why? It distorts your perception of the world. It really does. I didn't even hear about this stupid shooting. I don't want to hear about a shooting. Why do I need to know about a shooting? You know why? The media likes to arouse you, get you excited. That's what gets your eyeball. So it is arousing. That's why I don't watch it. Why do I need to be aroused? I want to get excited about good stuff. So stop watching the news. Take a news break. See how you feel. You feel so much better about the world. You don't need the news. Why do you need the news? It's all blood. What does it say? Bleeds and leads. It's always bloody and tornadoes and disasters and death. And why do we need that? It distorts our perception of the world. 99.9% of the world isn't death and suffering and drama. It's 99.9% of the world is people getting along and people loving each other. So stop watching so much news. Stop subscribing to all those things on your news feed that get you aroused. Why do you need to be aroused? Get aroused by your sexy girl. That's where, get aroused. Stop using the porn. Turn the porn off. That's not good for you either, man. Quit it. You don't need it. You got a sexy woman, go find a girlfriend. Go marry some gal. That's all the sexiness you do. That's the real deal, man. Look at all these nudie pics. That's not real. That's just your fantasies, and come on. Guys, grow up. Turn the porn off. All right. This will be a short one. I'll come back in a couple hours. This is fun. All right. Hoff stream. Team. I might see. I'm on the hour. If I feel like doing something on the hour, I'll come back and do it. All right.